7. Essential foods for elderly people to increase longevity and well-being. Have you ever thought that what you put on your plate every day could be the difference between an old age with vitality or one full of health problems? Indeed, many people over 70 still make the mistake of thinking that now it doesn't matter what they eat, when in reality it's precisely at this stage that diet makes all the difference. Today I'm going to show you 7 foods that are true treasures for those who want to increase longevity and well-being after 70. And look, when we get to the 6th item, you'll understand why so many centenarians around the world make sure to consume this food almost daily. It's a simple change that can completely transform your health and vitality in the coming weeks. Food 1. Fatty fish. Let's start by talking about one of the most important foods for the brain and heart, fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, tuna, mackerel. These fish are true health capsules. You know that forgetfulness that has been increasing? That difficulty remembering where you left your glasses or the name of that soap opera actor? Well, this might be happening because your brain needs more omega-3, which is exactly what these fish have in abundance. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation throughout the body, protect the arteries, and also improve brain health. It's like giving an oil bath to a squeaky gear. The tip is to include these fish at least twice a week. If you're not a big fan of fish, start with small portions mixed into other dishes you already like, such as mashed sardines in tomato sauce or tuna spread for whole grain bread. That's why I always tell my followers, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the time. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any valuable tips like this one that can transform your health. Food 2. Berries. And now let's talk about nature's little jewels. Berries. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. They look like delicious desserts, but they're actually true natural remedies. Have you noticed how skin loses elasticity over time? How spots begin to appear? Well, this happens partly because our body suffers from what we call oxidative stress. It's as if we were rusting from the inside. Berries are extremely rich in antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which combat precisely this internal rust. Additionally, they help improve memory and protect the heart. 1 tablespoon of berries per day already brings benefits. You can add them to your breakfast yogurt, blend them with a little water, or even freeze them to always have them on hand. And it doesn't have to be just fresh fruit. Frozen versions retain almost all the nutrients. You can even find ready-made mixes at the supermarket that make life much easier. Food 3. Dark leafy greens. Now let's talk about something that many people over 70 end up neglecting. Dark leafy greens. Kale, spinach, arugula, watercress. These are true nutritional treasures. You know that weakness in the bones? That feeling that they're more fragile? This might be happening because you're not consuming enough calcium and vitamin K, nutrients that are abundant in these vegetables. Dark leafy greens are important for maintaining strong bones, improving blood clotting, and even helping eye health. The lutein present in them protects against macular degeneration, a common problem in old age. A practical tip: if you find it difficult to chew raw leaves, try lightly sautéing them or adding them blended to green juices, soups, or even your breakfast omelet. And tell me in the comments, do you usually include green leaves in your daily diet? Which is your favorite, and how do you like to prepare it? Share your experiences with our community. Food 4. Oats. We've reached the halfway point of our list, with a food that is practically a natural pharmacy, oats. This golden grain is present on the tables of the longest living peoples on the planet, and it's no coincidence. Have you felt that constant intestinal discomfort? That feeling that your intestines aren't working as they should? This happens because, as we age, our digestive system also changes and needs more fiber. Oats contain a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which helps reduce bad cholesterol, controls blood sugar, and also improves intestinal function. It's like a little broom that cleans your body from the inside. Add 2 tablespoons of oats to your day. It can be at breakfast with yogurt, in smoothies, or even mixed into soups to make them creamier. An interesting tip is to soak the oats in water overnight to make them softer and more digestible. If you're enjoying this information that can completely change your health, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. This way, you'll receive all the new tips I share every week firsthand. Food 5. Nuts and seeds. Now let's talk about small nutritional giants, nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds. Small treasures for health. Have you noticed how skin gets drier with age? How joints seem stiffer in the morning? This generally happens because we have a deficit of essential fatty acids, and vitamin E. Nuts and seeds are rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and minerals that help maintain brain health, reduce inflammation in joints, and even improve skin appearance. Studies show that people who regularly consume a handful of nuts have better cardiovascular health. The tip is to consume a small handful, about 30 grams per day. If you have difficulty chewing, try grinding them and adding them to yogurts, soups, or salads. Or make homemade nut butters by blending them in a food processor. And I want to know, which of the nuts or seeds I mentioned today do you like the most? Tell me in the comments and share how you usually include them in your diet. Food 6. Legumes. We've arrived at our 6th item, the one I promised would be special. We're talking about legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, peas. Did you know that these simple seeds are consumed daily by practically all centenarian populations around the world? Have you felt that constant fatigue? That feeling that your body doesn't have the same energy as before? Often this happens because we have a deficiency of plant proteins and important minerals like iron and zinc. Legumes are exceptional sources of plant protein, fiber, and minerals, with an incredible bonus. They have compounds that help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce cholesterol. Research shows that communities that regularly consume legumes have much lower rates of heart disease and diabetes. The tip is to include at least 1 serving of legumes per day in your diet. Beans can be prepared in smaller quantities and frozen in individual portions. Lentils cook quickly and are great for soups, and chickpeas can be turned into a delicious hummus to spread on bread. And do you know what makes this food even more special? It's accessible, versatile, and part of our culture. It's no wonder that our traditional rice and beans is considered by nutritionists worldwide as a perfect combination. Food 7, yogurt. And to finish our list, we come to a food that is a tradition among the longest living peoples on the planet, natural yogurt. And I'm talking about real yogurt, the one without added sugars and with live cultures. You know that. Feeling that your body's defenses aren't as good as before? That you get sick more easily? Much of our immunity begins in the gut, and that's precisely where yogurt acts. Natural yogurt is rich in probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that help balance the intestinal flora. Additionally, it's an excellent source of calcium and easily digestible proteins, nutrients that become even more important after 70 years of age. A daily serving of natural yogurt already brings benefits. You can consume it plain, add fresh fruits, or use it as a base for sauces and dressings. A special tip is to mix yogurt with a little honey and cinnamon, which besides being delicious, helps control blood sugar. And there you have it. These are the 7 essential foods that can transform your health and longevity after 70 years. The most incredible thing is that we're not talking about exotic or expensive ingredients, but simple foods that are probably already available at the market, near your home. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes in your diet. Small daily adjustments, such as including a handful of berries at breakfast or adding beans to lunch, can make a huge difference in your health and quality of life. If you like these tips, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share with that friend or family member who can also benefit from this information. And tell me in the comments, which of these 7 foods do you already consume regularly, and which one will you start including in your diet from today until the next video? Take good care of yourself and remember, the best medicine is what we put on our plate every day.